myself and Steve. Thank you so much. Now, I haven't recorded this one yet, y'all. But let me know if you like it, okay? Because, you know, I'm 16, so I need the encouragement. This is called It's Raining. That's a new original for me. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Special guest with us today. Bit of Congo right now, a little bit of Congo. Give him a hand on the congas. That's John Slaminski. Yeah, John Juan. Let me give the drummer some. Give the drummer some. Just a little bit of bass right now. Give a hand on the bass guitar. That's Paris on the bass. Burnett on the drums, John Juan on the conga, Daniel on the keyboard, Valerie on the vocals, and Steve Summers on guitar. All together with Steve Summers Band. We hope to see you again soon. Be sure to stick around.
Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Max Price. I'm head of social media and marketing for Grove Studios. We are here today for Grove Sessions with Steve Summers Band. And the Steve Summers Band is an extremely versatile band that specializes in R&B, jazz, funk, blues, classic rock, Latin, and Motown styles. The Steve Summers Band is the band for special occasions, private parties, weddings, fundraisers, festivals, concerts, anything, any event that you have, the Steve Summers Band will come and provide an amazing, entertaining experience. And they actually came and performed at our Equinox party. We just premiered the video for that on all channels, so go check that out. And thank you guys so much for being a part of this. It's great to have you here.
Yeah, good to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I thought first, it would be because we've already interviewed Steve like a couple months ago on Grove Sessions, but I really want to go around individually and just get to know like the band a little bit more and what you guys are doing on your own. So let's start with Arnett. What is your role in the band, and how'd you first get into music?
I first got into music. Well, I'm a drummer in the band. First got into music. I had a cousin that was a drummer, and he was a really exciting drummer, and I just kind of took to it, and got a drum set when I was younger, and sat down and played to just about every Motown record that I could get my hands on, and eventually got in a couple of bands, and played in a couple of bands, and then from there do a lot of churches. So that's about the extent of what I do right now. And then right now I'm a counselor at Washington Community College, and that's how I ended up meeting Steve and becoming a part, his band, going to the jazz combo at Washington Community College.
Mm. That's awesome. You play drums for the churches that you play for?
Yes, I do. Yeah, mostly a lot of gospel music. I do a lot of gospel concerts, and then I play in one church regularly every Sunday.
That's awesome. And next, let's go to Paris. What is your role in the band, and how did you get into music?
I started when I was probably in high school. I started taking an interest in rapping and stuff of that nature. And I wanted to start to produce my own stuff. So I began to, venture into the musical side of things and learn more about music theory. And then I picked up the bass because at first it was like the easiest instrument to learn. But then, I soon found out that it was actually pretty difficult. And it was, it was fun. It was fun though, because I met Steve, I believe, at one of his open mics, and I was performing with another guy there, and we were just doing poetry at the time, spoken word, and then I was playing bass, and he invited me to his class, and I was like, yeah, sure. I didn't know what I was getting into, but I picked up the course, and he had us gigging like every week, for a class. It was quite nice actually. And it really got my chops up, and now I can just hold a solid bass line. It's just and now it's fun. It's fun now, just to play bass and produce my own stuff. Also I do Deontay Visible. That's my rap name, and then I have a band Speak Mahogany as well, and we just released a project called Mime. That's out.
That's dope. Where can people find that project?
It's on all streaming platforms. Spotify. I try to think of the more abstract ones. Deezer. YouTube. Everywhere. It's everywhere. Just type in Speak Mahogany. Speak. Everyone gets sweet. Gets it mixed up with sweet, but it's Speak Mahogany.
What if you had to kind of pin down the genre a little bit, or what style of music is the band?
The band it's jazzy hip hop, because it started out with like a new soul type of feel, and we were trying to go for that. We had heard Hiatus Coyote, and we were like, yo, let's do that. But then it was like, I was doing my solo rapping stuff, and everybody in the band, they were like, oh, you rap? I was like, yeah. And they were like, okay, well, rap, And then I was like, okay, well, I'll rap on something. And then, it just kind of went from there. We started, doing more stuff that involved a jazzy hip hop feel. And now that's kind of what we do. We do sort of like a roots,
I love the roots.
Like type of Common, how Common does what, he works with Robert Glasper. Like that type of sound for sure.
Classic shit. Just straight.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
What about as yourself as Deontay Visible? Do you have any projects out, or do you have anything coming soon with that?
Yeah, working on some stuff. I got a couple. I got 2 singles and a EP out. EP from my earlier days. But I got 2 singles out, and I'm working on some stuff heavy with Oasis Records. That's the label that we kind of started that up. Me, Lorenz, mainly Lorenz Banks, and Josh Patton. Those guys are like the head of Oasis Records. They're both great producers,
That's
really
dope.
great producers. You know,
You're part of that as well,
yeah,
Oasis.
yep,
That's
yeah,
dope.
yep,
I didn't know that. Yeah, because Oasis is
yeah.
going to be really involved, like with the Amplify Fellowship and everything like that. So
Right, right.
yeah,
Yeah, they were talking about that. Yeah, so
exciting.
and we were trying to get a residency, a residency at Grove, I guess. For like I don't know,
Yeah,
monthly bookings or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Low key, we're working on monthly subscriptions right now to make it more
Yeah,
affordable
right.
for people that do want to do like a month to month type of thing. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's definitely something that's around the corner. Let's go to Valerie, lead singer. What has your experience been in music, and how did you guys start the band?
Actually, Steve had a band before before I joined him,
Mm-hmm.
and I had been to Japan, and then I came off the road for a while in the U.S. And a friend of mine called me one Sunday from Japan, and he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm writing." He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm writing." I said, "I'm writing and I'm working." He said, "Get your butt back out there and get your chops up." So I got mad. I picked up a Metro Times, and I saw a band looking for a female vocalist, and that's how I got hooked up with Steve.
Wow,
Yep, been working with him for a while, and also have a band that Steve works in, also Foundation of Funk, and also have a individual project. I have a couple of new songs on Spotify and iTunes. A couple of them out right now, and I'm going to be putting a few more out a little bit later.
very cool. And you said you went to Japan for a little bit.
Yeah, actually, that was my first job. I had gone to Michigan Christian College, and the bass player, he said, "Val, there's a band looking for a female vocalist." And so I auditioned in Ripley, Ohio, and I got the job. And my first official job after training in Ripley, Ohio, we went to Tokyo, Japan, and stayed over there 4 or 5 months or so, and then went back a couple of times as well.
That's awesome. What was the your experience like over there? Like, how is it different than the music industry over here, or similar?
Completely different. Now they love American music. They love American artists. At that time, I hadn't been really doing originals, but I was starting to write over there. So that's where my writing came in because we were like stable in one place for several months. But they love to hear all the cover songs that are out in whatever era when you're there. They love it. And the people were nice and they were friendly, and one thing a musician loves about that playing there, they love to tip the musicians, and I mean nicely, So it's a real advantage.
That's awesome. And let's go to Steve, the founder of the band. We've already talked a little bit about gone into Steve's background and everything in a full Steve Summers Grove Sessions interview that is still up on all our channels, so you can definitely go check that out if you want to watch that. But what I'm really interested in is how did the band originally like form for you? Like, when did the idea really spark, and how has it changed over the years?
Okay. Well, Steve Summers' band started really locally in probably the early 90s, where I had, during the 80s, I was just like playing with other bands, and really not that interested in being a band leader because I did have my own band out in California in the late 70s.
Not to interrupt, but there's some footage of Steve on YouTube at what's it called? The
Right.
Heidelberg.
Yeah,
I suggest that people
yeah,
go check
killing.
that out from back in the
killing
day.
it.
Yeah,
He was killing it. And then also on TV, you guys like went on TV as well too, right?
On
I think
Channel
I saw a
2.
clip of that.
Yeah, that was back in the 90s.
Yeah, how did that come about?
I think, well, you knew somebody that worked there, right, Valerie?
Right. A friend of mine who worked there put us on TV.
Well, they had a morning show where they did bands. Not sure how often, maybe once a week. I think they might still be doing that, but maybe not as often.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen, like, I went to DIME, Detroit Institute of Music Education. They had like a connection up there. They were doing like stuff with Channel 4, I think, not Channel 2, but they were doing like morning, morning bands. What was it like for you guys to play on live TV?
It was fun. It was nice. And the guy that did it is a real good friend of ours. He's such a nice person, you know.
They did have some technical issues, even though it was a major channel.
Well, I guess that makes us feel a little bit better about, technical issues we've had in the past. Everyone has them,
Right, because one was trying to use a cordless mic, which it wasn't very good quality, and I think that sort of messed up the whole system. But it came out pretty well, but there were some problems with the audio.
Were you guys like more nervous for that show than like a normal show, or was it, just another show in a day of the Steve Summers Band?
I think just another show.
It's got that confidence. You just know you're gonna come in and kill it. Sweet. Well, I've seen you guys do like tons of shows recently during the pandemic. What has your experience been like during this tough time trying to keep a band together and performing?
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of gigs. We have done a fair amount of outdoor shows, and we actually we did a show all the way over in Wisconsin, northern Wisconsin, during the summer. It was like a graduation party, and it was sort of out in the middle of nowhere. They had a really nice house, but we were a little concerned, when we were driving there, like, what's this going to be like, But it turned out really well, and people were trying to social distance and stuff, because this was might have been in June. And then we've done some outdoor shows like at Grove Studios. We did the Equinox, and then Val's Project, Foundation of Funk, did a show over there. And then we've been doing shows at the Ypsilanti Co-op. We did one with a regular band in October. It's like a special party for the co-op, who's really been supportive of local events and music and stuff. And then also sometimes we do the first Fridays playing outdoors at the co-op. So it's a pretty safe atmosphere with a lot of room there and a smaller crowd. And sometimes the first Fridays is not always my regular band. Sometimes we incorporate students from WCC and participate. And then we're looking forward to hopefully being able to do more shows during the summer. Things will open up and be more opportunities, because I did have a few friends of mine were actually playing pretty regularly at a few clubs like the Blue Llama and a few clubs in Detroit. Cliff Bells were starting to run music pretty regularly, and then just recently all those were canceled. So some of the musicians are probably a little bummed out about that, but we don't really do many club gigs anymore. It's just more
sticking to the outdoor stuff.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, man, you guys have done, I don't know, 5 to 10 outdoor gigs at least, like, this summer. And that's really awesome. I love to see, you guys being innovative and just, getting out there. And I've seen, I mean, you guys have gone crazy online too. I mean, you guys have probably gotten, 10, 20,000 views online, this summer at least of your guys' performances, which it's just awesome to see, you guys pushing through, and staying safe too, not just, being silly and just doing, going to 100-person shows at clubs and stuff, which, you got to make money, but you guys are staying safe, staying outside, and keeping the buzz up for what you guys are doing, which is really dope. What you mentioned WCC, like what classes, what do you teach at WCC,